Hi, I'm Jupiter. This year I'm preparing to go on a 5,300 mile round trip hike of the Pacific Crest Trail, so Mexico to Canada, then all the way back to Mexico. And part of that preparation to do so is going through gear. So I just got my new pack for this year's hike. It is the Palante Packs V2, and I'm really excited about it. I thought I'd do a first impression video for you all. I've been using these packs for a very long time. I think this black pack, I've carried it for about 4,000 miles. We have gone through a lot together, and it's been still holding up great. And this pack right here, I have carried for about 1,400 miles or so. I've put a lot of miles on these two, and I just kind of thought I'd show you guys what's changed with the new version 2 that I can personally see. I'm not going to dive deep into specs at all because you can just go on their website and kind of look that up, but since I am so familiar with these other two, there's some very obvious differences to me, you know, and just being kind of following John and Andy and Palante for a while, I've kind of seen the progression a little bit, and I guess I'd like to address what's changed, what's different. How is this one better than the others? So, anyway, this is the V2. It's still got the staple features that was originally so popular, the bottom pocket, which a lot of people just put all their food for the day underneath there, so as you're hiking you can easily just reach in and grab your food and go. Now, for the original pack they made, the bottom pocket was really stiff because everyone ever was saying that oh, it's gonna get holes so quickly, it's underneath, it's on the bottom, you know, so it's gonna get scraped, it's gonna get holes, it's not gonna last. And this one, there's still not a single hole in it at all, so I think that right there shows it. But so they originally used a bit more like really thick abrasion resistant, it's not very stretchy at all, fabric. For the next iteration of pack, this one is super stretchy. Like you could probably stretch it and fit like a day and a half worth of food under there for no reason. But you know, so they went from sort of one extreme to another extreme, and now the version 2 is kind of like a happy medium in between it all. It's not as stretchy as the Cuban pack right there, while it still has a lot of space and a lot of stretch for food. You know, so it's right in the middle. It seems more durable than this one, and more stretchy than this one. So I think that's pretty nice. Another feature is these shoulder strap pockets. The shoulder strap pockets, all the packs have them. They're awesome. They're perfect for a cell phone or a camera, or I'll typically do my cell phone in one and I'll have a bunch of snacks in the other and maybe a couple more snacks in this. I love just having so much of my things that I need throughout the day at hand. You know, so I have just food everywhere, food here, food in the bottom pocket, and I can just get to it all the time. When I was using a different pack, I was, you know, constantly having to take it off just to get a snack, and that was messing up with like my hiking rhythms a little bit. And this is just so much more convenient for, you know, I can immediately take out my phone and grab a picture of that animal or that view or capture a video of that feeling. So it's really nice to have stuff so accessible. Now, something they've done recently that's changed is on the old pack it was just the webbing, you know, but now they've started to roll the webbing over a couple of times. And when you have your phone in there, one thing that did happen with this pack was I'd trip, and as I was like falling forward, my phone would come out of the pocket, or my snacks would come out of the pocket and land on the trail ahead of me. That's not something I really want, but the feature is something I really want. Well, anyway, with having the webbing rolled over a couple of times, your stuff now fits very secure inside of it. And most of the packs, I think all of the production packs, have these little draw cords on them. You know, again, to keep your valuables secured so they're not falling out on you on trail, whether you're taking your pack off and putting it on the ground, or like me, just aimlessly stumbling down the trail. So you know, those kinds of things, they've just changed the materials a little bit slightly and kind of changed the technique as to how they do it to make it better. V2, you now have the option of getting a hip belt, which with the original Simple Pack was a very, very highly sought after thing, a Simple Pack with a hip belt. Well, now you can have that, and not just that, but they also have special pockets so you can stash it when you're not using it. So it's kind of like if you have a pretty low base weight and maybe you're carrying a big heavy food carrier, you're just on that first couple days out of town, you know, either 6 days food would be a lot for me, or you know, upwards 10, whatever's really heavy to you, or maybe you're just carrying extra gear and you need a little bit of extra support. The hip belt will do that for you. So I think that's pretty cool that they're now offering that to those who want it, you know. Other things that have obviously changed, there's a lot of little, just like little quality of life things, little details that I think is really nice, you know, just attention to detail. You know, they've taken what they've learned with all of Andy and John's prototypes in the past, and they've just kind of, you know, they've come up with this beautiful finished product. And you know, so no longer are you using this snap closure for the top. It's now got this interesting little buckle, which you can see that, but you know, you just kind of slide it out, slide it back in, and nice and secure. I don't see any other pack out there with that, and I think it's just a little bit different, and you know, that's nice when kind of every single pack looks the same. It's nice to have just something a little bit out there, you know, something a little bit different. So they've also changed the little handle on the top there, and I think that's pretty cool. It just feels a lot more comfortable in your hand than having like the side. But this one's nice, and it looks like it just connects all the way to the strap going through, and then is neatly attached there as well. So it looks really sturdy, it looks really durable, and it feels really comfortable to hold it in your hand like this. So that's just a neat little thing. Now their previous packs, you can see, are very boxy. You know, it's a simple design to create, a very rectangular shaped pack. You know, both of them have that same rectangular shape, and you see that with most packs out right now. But something different with the V2 that's, I think, is really cool. I saw John playing around with it last year. You can see it has, it comes up in more of like a V shape, you know, coming down to a point in the center. John had a very exaggerated version of this in one of his prototype packs, where it almost looked like a heart. It came down to like a point at the bottom, and I thought that was really cool. And again, it just, you know, it makes this pack a little bit different. So it offers you more room up top where you kind of want the weight to be. So yeah, this pack is just shaped a little bit different than the old ones, you know. They're all basically, you know, similar size. The Simple Pack is 40 liter. This pack is also 40 liter. Then the Cuban pack was a bit smaller. It's probably like 32 liters or maybe even a little bit less. This one, all of them fit a bare canister very well. I was going to bring one out here, but I forgot. And so it actually comes up, and there is, let's see, plenty of extra space in this thing. That's all of my gear, and then there's all of this extra room left on top. And I can obviously scrunch my gear down as well if I so pleased. But yeah, so plenty of room, but also, you know, when you're not really carrying a whole lot, it scrunches down to this nice little cute size, and you know, really comfortable to wear. So I guess another thing I forgot to mention, the front mesh, you know, in, what did I say, 4,000 miles I've used this pack. It did get 1 or 2 little holes in it. I completely forget what those are from. But anyway, you'll notice that this mesh, it's not really see-through anymore. And it feels way more durable. It doesn't quite have like as much stretch as this one, but it feels a lot more durable. So I feel like just in general, this pack is gonna last you a lot longer than, 4,000 miles of this one's still kicking. And not just that, but also the main body of the pack. I guess they're both made with X-Pack. Or actually, this one looks like a Cuban, like a type of hybrid thing. One of those same fabrics that maybe Hyperlight Gear uses. And John had told me that this is a much durable fabric than this, and you can really feel it. It feels thicker, it feels stronger. And so I'm really excited to kind of see how that holds up over time. I got 1.5 liter bottles in this one. So let's see if I can fit a smart water bottle and a 1.5 liter in it. Yep, that fits absolutely no problem. And there's still just a little bit of give in there as well, to get the bottles in and out nice and easily. Yeah, so far I'm really enjoying this pack. I think it's just a beautiful pack. It's real small, and I love that. And yeah, I'm so excited to use it this year, and just kind of see how it holds up and see if it'll last me 5,300 miles of the Pacific Crest Trail. See if it'll last me beyond that even. One of the little things that I had a problem with after, I think it was like 3,000 miles or something, I started to notice a tear. But other people also had that, was the shoulder straps on the original Simple were starting to rip. Like, not even at the seam, it was the fabric that was ripping. That was interesting. So that was something that John and Andy had fixed last year. And so obviously it's going to be fixed again for this pack. But they're using, I guess, a stronger material than the X-Pack, the grid stop for the shoulder straps, as well as just a different thing going on internally there. Just in general, them using much stronger materials for seemingly everything. The main pack body, the outer mesh, the bottom mesh, the shoulder straps slightly redesigned there and using a thicker material. I kind of feel like the Simple V2 is just an upgraded pack in every single way, So I guess these are kind of my first impressions here. It fits all my gear fine. Right now I have about 5 pounds of gear in it, and I have, I think, upwards of 7-day food carries coming up with a bear can. And I'm very confident that this pack will handle that with charm. So looking forward to using it this year, and hopefully after the hike I'll get back to you guys and let you know how it went. So it's been Jupiter with the Simple Pack V2. I hope you guys can check them out yourself. Check out their website at palantepacks.com if you actually want to know all the specs. I think this one comes in at 14 ounces. This one was somewhere in the 12 ounce range. And then the Cuban Simple was, I think, 8 ounces. Which, the Cuban Simple was not made to last. It was just made to go very fast. So yeah, palantepacks.com, give them a check, and I hope you enjoy as much as I have in the past. So, Jupiter signing out. Catch you guys for the next video.